It has really been a touch-and-go situation in Florida, this effort to save these dozens of pilot whales stranded on the beach and in shallow water in Florida's Everglades National Park, showing signs of progress this hour. Just a short time ago, we here at CNN learned that about 15 to 20 whales did move into deeper waters. That has been the goal for these rescuers really since yesterday. It is unclear how long these short-finned whales have been stranded, but we do know some fishermen spotted them Tuesday. The whales, they appear distressed. Some of them, as you can see from these pictures, have already beached themselves. 10 have already died. 4 had to be euthanized because of the poor condition. And I would love to bring in now CNN special correspondent and environmentalist Philippe Cousteau, host of Going Green on CNN International. So Philippe Cousteau, welcome to you. And first, let's just begin with the positive here, because it wasn't looking good for this group yesterday. Now the development that,
no, it wasn't.
Now 2 dozen maybe moving out to deeper waters. What are the chances that they actually survive?
Well, it's very touch and go at this point, Burke. You know, the challenge with these whales, they're very communal. They like to stay together. So the fact that they've broken up the pod is a good sign, simply because, you know, certainly several of the whales are distressed, most likely dehydrated. At low tide, it gets very shallow and very hot there. They are deeper water animals, usually living in thousands of feet of water and certainly hunting very deep. So they probably haven't eaten anything for several days. So several of them will be weak. But trying to get the healthier ones away from the shallowest of water and out towards the ocean is a good sign. That's good news.
From what I understand, it's a pretty isolated area here of this part of Florida, so that was part of the challenge, right, in getting these rescuers out to these whales. We're showing some of the video, and you can see some of the rescuers in boats. Philippe, just tell me, can you explain to me the process of trying to get some of these whales out?
Well, it's a very difficult process. When you think about these whales are at least a ton each. They can be 12 to 16 feet long, and you're dealing with an area that, while it's shallow, still is three-dimensional. So there's an area for them to move around. And the best that you can do in such a remote place like the Everglades is get a few boats out there. Typically, when you have mass stranding, say in New England with these whales, they bring in flatbed trucks, maybe a helicopter. They have a lot more heavy machinery to deal with them. This far in a remote area, I've spent a lot of time down in the Everglades filming, is very remote, and it's difficult just to try and use boats to corral the whales and use aluminum pipes, banging on the pipes underwater to try and startle them and move them in a direction.
Really?
Nevertheless,
pipes?
I'm sorry?
I said, really? Pipes?
Yes, indeed. You know, the whales are very sensitive to sound, and so both the revving engines and also aluminum pipes they can bang in the water can help create a wall of sound that can drive the whales in a specific direction. I know that's one of the techniques that they've been employing and working hard to try and get these whales as quickly as possible back to deep water. So it's positive. Things are certainly looking up. I reported on this just a little bit ago, and it wasn't looking good, so this is good news, but still they're not out of the woods yet.
Hopefully with that school mentality, if they all followed one another to this location, hopefully they will turn around and follow one another back out of there. Philippe Cousteau, thank you so much.
We'll keep watching it.
We will indeed. Thank you, my friend.